What is up, cool cats and kittens? We're back with another episode of Bravo, We're Black. If you guys don't know, I'm Aaron. It's nice to meet you guys. Kay has been holding it down.
Hey, yeah, because I've just been talking nothing but Summer House, and Aaron has to catch up on Summer House because he
I
has
do.
a real job. And I have just been going literally 40 days straight. Right now, I'm literally on day 30. So thank you guys if you've been here since day one, or if you found me on day one, which was March 31st. I've just been going. Like something has been said on each day, honey, and I am thinking about expanding it. But the only way I will agree to expand it is if you guys engage on our videos and follow us on social, and also listen to our other episodes, because today we are talking Euphoria, and we love TV and we love movies and we love the arts and everything that we got going on. So it is not just Summer House over here, although that is the bulk of what I'm talking about now because that's in the now. But let's get into Euphoria, because usually I talk about it with my girl Leah over at Positively Uncensored, but me and Aaron just wanted to talk about like this season so far.
So far, so good, I will say. And I know a lot of people were doubting Euphoria. I never doubted it. Not once. Ever. I just want to make that very clear. But Rotten Tomatoes did.
Oh, not just Rotten Tomatoes. It was every outlet was literally like this
This is not Euphoria. This
so
shit is
bad.
stupid. They literally said that. And now look at it. Look at it. From the first episode, I will say going in, it definitely feels like a different pace. You feel the difference. And then we don't have the same music anymore because they had to switch it up. So some things seem out of place, but I will say the storyline is there, especially once we got past the first episode, which set the plot up for, Rue owing Lori some money and her trying to work for Lori to pay that debt off, which she would have never been able to, even if she continued working for Lori. She would have just worked for Lori forever. So then we also see her transition from working for Lori into working for Alamo, who is the newest character. His house gives me Wild Wild West. It's like a pimp house. We're seeing a lot of stuff. We're seeing people overdose on fentanyl. Um, a lot is going on. A lot is going on. How do you feel about how did you feel going into it? What did you feel about the first episode?
Going into it, I knew that it was still gonna be good. Because we have Zendaya, like,
Yeah,
we have Zendaya who, and I feel like if it was truly, you can say what you want about it, obviously it has changed, but people change, years have gone by, we don't have the labyrinth sound.
you don't.
Zimmer has been doing an okay job, but I will say on episode 3, he absolutely dropped the ball with Maddie's entrance song. I don't know what the fuck that was. Even just I don't understand why you put the jungle vibes on Maddie looking that damn good walking in to the wedding. And I do think the only character that I don't understand and I have criticism on is the new Nate. Like it just is weird. Like you okay, he grew or whatever, but it just also just feels like there's no one home. And I feel like maybe if they would have said, "Oh, he got medicated," or he went through like a bunch of like therapy or something for the character change, it would have made more sense. But the first episode, I was just like, we are so back because we're coming from a whole bunch of teens who used to smoke, drink, fuck, sell drugs, and now they are adults in the real world. Like I said with Leah, this is not that far fetched.
Mhm.
It's like what? we watched 13 Reasons Why, we watched Skins, we've watched all this other stuff, and of course the show was gonna be dark. It wasn't nothing light about the first few episodes. We loved oh, also, I would like the makeup to step up too, but other than that, the fashion killed. When I say that fashion at the wedding ate down, I was so excited.
It did.
The first episode was amazing, the second episode was amazing, the third episode was amazing. The plot is honestly there. Like, I can't wait to see where it goes from, and I'm just glad that we kinda got away from, "Oh, it's not just Rue working for Lori trying to pay back that 100K." They took it to a different level where it's like, Lori came back 4 years later, basically. She is, is basically a drug mule. Chloe Cherry and her lips are back.
Love
Um,
it.
and then they transferred over to Rue is kinda just working in this strip club, and the B story is obviously, what's going on with the other characters, and also Rue and the new girl who got addicted to drugs because her friend overdosed on fentanyl. So there's so much going on, as well as the ridiculousness of Nate and Cassie getting married, as well as the Sierra and Amanda parallels with the Cassie and Maddie thing. Like it's good. I'm sorry, but it's eating to me.
It's good TV. I also listen to what you said about the makeup thing, and I feel like the makeup is definitely different, which is what I noticed right away. I'm like, we're not seeing the glitter, we're not seeing the little stencil outlines anymore, we're not seeing none of that shit. And I wonder, is it because we got a new makeup team, or is it because they're trying to make them seem more adult? Because now we have beat face, but we have glam. Like, this is Housewives of Beverly Hills glam.
I think Maddie's makes sense because she's older and she's, like, more in the industry, but I don't like that we're at the strip club. Like, girls at the strip club, they go all out. If anything, they should've stepped that shit up to another level
Yeah.
because it's nothing mature about, like, no tea, no shade, but if like, if you're going to they had makeups like strippers in the first season. So if we're actually going to the strip club, it was time for you to really like show out. But as far as the main characters, I guess I get it, but at the same time, Jules is an artist. Like she's supposed to be experimental, even though she's not doing art no more. She's sucking dick. But she's supposed to be experimental. Rue, she is on more of her stud kick. So I
And I
think
love that for her.
her makeup would change, but as far as, like, Cassie, she's doing OnlyFans, so if you're doing OnlyFans, your face should be beat the house down. Like, I get it, but these are just, like, minuscule things because what I'm focusing on is how is Nate gonna get this money? Like, what's
Yes.
gonna happen to Cassie? What happened to the girl that went to rehab? And especially when we get to Rue and this drug stuff.
It's too much. And I'm also wondering, I'm like, what is next for Rue? Because she gets arrested. They're like, put your hands behind your head. You're done.
You're done.
You're done. It's over. You can give it up. And then I knew this shit was real because they call her Ruby.
Ruby Bennett.
Ruby Bennett, which is not Rue. So I was like, oh, they're fucking serious.
Government name.
Please stop. Like, don't do this to Rue. It's too, like, this is too much. She just got a new job. Why now?
When it happens, it's like when you are literally in a different phase of your life, literally trying to make up and do all that shit, here comes the trouble knocking, and Rue is even at the point where she's making her own money. Like, she's able to like, she's doing 3% commission, and, like, a lot of shit is going down. I have a question for you, though. What has been your favorite moment since we've come back to the show?
Ooh, favorite moment would have to. have to be this Cassie and Nate scene where they come home from their wedding and they think that everything's gonna be cute and shit, and the guy's sitting on the couch in their living room, and then all of a sudden Cassie has a bloody nose because the guy knocks this like slams her head into the floor, and then we have Nate who gets his pinky toe cut off. And that was insane. Like, when they first took off his shoe and grabbed his leg, I thought they were just gonna break his leg. Like, that's what I thought. I didn't think it was gonna go so far as to them cutting off a toe. That
That's
was a bit much.
real gangster shit.
It's real. I think and that's what I appreciated about that scene so much because it really showed you this isn't a game. Like, this guy is not playing with them. He wants the money. And I don't know if this is gonna be how is Nate gonna navigate without this toe? What's that gonna be like? Because it's gonna be harder for him to get the money now because he can't really
Move around as much.
yeah.
Well, the good thing is it wasn't his foot, right? So
Well,
the
yeah.
toe helps you balance, so it's gonna be an inconvenience, but he'll get some crutches and he'll make do because he needs to figure out his entire, like, life. What do you think with this Rue thing, though? Like, do you think it was Lori who called the DEA?
I don't think it was Lori because then and I did consider Lori, but I feel like if she told on Ruth, then she would have to tell on herself, which is like that wouldn't make any sense. Now, do I feel like maybe it's this guy that, um gosh, I can't think. I just had like the biggest brain fart, but maybe it's this guy that Jules is messing around with.
Why do you think that?
Because I kind of thought about like maybe he got jealous and he was aware that Jules has rekindled a relationship with Rue, and maybe he found out, and I don't know, maybe he's setting something up. I just don't. I can't imagine who else it would be. But I also think it has something to do with this Angel character and Rue dropping her off at that rehabilitation center.
Ooh, you think it's connected to that?
Yeah, because if you notice, they were following her there. Somebody was following her when she was leaving. There was a car across the street. So I'm like, is it connected to that? Maybe they found her dead because I hear that that's her last scene. Like, she's not coming back.
Really? I heard the opposite. I thought she was
You
coming
do?
back. They
Yeah, I heard that that was her last scene.
That's so crazy. Okay, it could be connected to that then, because me, I'm like, okay, so is it Lori? Um, but then they did the thing with the bird. What do you think is gonna happen with Lori and that damn bird?
Well, I think that this is gonna cause Lori to become crazy because, she really cared about that damn bird, and I feel like this is gonna play into the demise of Rue. I honestly feel like the series is gonna end off if this is the season finale. If they wanna do one more season, um, they have the option to do that, and I think that fans will receive it very well. Just don't take years to do it. Like, I know Zendaya is very busy, but depending on how they end the season off, they might not even have to wait for Zendaya because Rue could be dead, which I feel like that's gonna happen because this season is all about her testing her faith, believing in God, kind of going with the flow and transitioning into all this other shit. Um, which always means something. Like, Euphoria doesn't do something for no reason.
Well, it's not, yeah, that's totally true. And also, when someone tries to go legit in like a BET movie, that's when you hear, "Oh, I told you, yes, sir, closer
Mhm.
to the day," and it's like they died basically.
Yeah, they
So,
died.
the whole season is like she's trying to redeem herself, like, she's trying to
It's
be
not
clean, she's trying to, fix her relationship with Jules, whatever that might be. She is trying to go legit, which she told Alamo, and Alamo has already let her slide once, like, even though it wasn't her fault, technically, that one of his girls overdosed, you were the one who brought the drugs over there. You're the one who took your black ass up into the fucking party and was dancing with the girls instead of getting your ass out the motherfucking cabaret.
I will say though, I think that was a much better decision. Um, because working for Lori, she would probably die faster.
Well, yeah. Oh, she was bound to overdose on fentanyl.
Yeah. Just within like how they were trafficking the drugs in the balloons and shit like that and swallowing them, that was not good.
In her stomach or something because
Yeah.
she at this point, she doesn't just owe the $100,000, she now owes her the car, and, like, it's just
In millions.
it's it's crazy at this point.
So they do say, the people are saying that there is a death at the end of Euphoria. Who do you think it'll be? If not Rue.
If not Rude, then, I don't think he'll kill Jules. What's her name is in school, so I don't think he'll do that. It's probably gonna be Nate.
I just don't see it being Nate,
You know why?
to be
Because I think
honest.
it's like, we already know Zendaya's not coming back to this shit. She didn't even wanna promote it. And the only other person whose career trajectory is on a crazy rise is Jacob Elordi. And also the way that they wrote his character is just so what are you doing? And also, how are you gonna make that money back? We already saw that they don't play about their fucking money. Who do you think it'll be if not Rue?
That's a good question. I was kind of like seeing what you would say to play off of that because I can't, like, I don't know who else it would be. Like, if not Rue, then who? Maybe who's somebody that we would not as BB? Oh, BB's pregnant.
I was just about to ask you, how did you feel when you saw BB? Because I texted you, I'm like, "Bitch, BB's back."
BB is back, and I'm really excited. I love how they brought her in. I definitely dislike that Maddie kind of shaded her. I wanted them to be cool and have some type of friendship, but I guess not. And hopefully we see her again throughout the season because I think she's a good time.
It's just one of those characters, those not even like C characters that was just like, it was good to see her face, and also she was exactly as I expected her to be. Like, she's pregnant and she doesn't know who her baby daddy is, and she's a mess. And it's just so funny.
I kind of think now that I think about it, like maybe Nate's dad, because he's gonna obviously help Nate out once he finds out what's going on. Like, I think he would be a part of that.
Passed away in real life, so
Yeah.
why kill him on there too? But
I mean, but we also have to keep in mind that all of this was filmed prior to that. So,
yeah, but he was like really sick on there.
yeah.
You can tell. And then also it wouldn't be like as effective. Like, this is supposed to be the final season, the big bang. So it needs to be like one of the main players here. What did you think about Jules's like life storyline
I love it.
on?
She's gonna clean out. She's gonna clean out. She is honestly, I didn't expect her storyline to be as good as it is. I'll be honest. Like prior to watching this, I kind of thought I was like, she looks good, but I thought she would just be in art school, and that would be that. But to see that the tides have changed and she's living in this penthouse and she's pouring shit into these fancy wine glasses, but she also has this sugar daddy who's married, who has an open relationship. And you remember my theory? I thought that it was going to be Nate. I thought that Nate was going to be the sugar daddy, and that's why he doesn't have any money. And that's what I was hoping for. But that is not the case, and I was wrong. I was wrong. I'll be
I mean, we all
honest.
made predictions,
Yeah,
so what
but one thing
to expect?
that I was right about
What?
is that Maddie is gonna do something to pimp Cassie out. Like I feel it. I feel like I'm definitely right about that.
At this point, she has to because it's like Nate owes all this money and she wanted to be on OnlyFans anyway.
Yeah. And apparently Cassie is supposed to be leaving Nate in the next episode, and Maddie's gonna be like the one to pick up the pieces. Now, I don't know if that's true. That's what the people are saying. Like, I didn't say that, guys. The people are saying that because they're showing the picture of them in the car. And we also see in the preview that she's upgrading Cassie's looks and she's kind of taking on that role as, a content creator manager. And that's what we're seeing. So I'm like, the show is going on, and this is the aftermath after Cassie almost lost her life.
What did you think about how they went about, like, putting them back together, like, getting the group together? Because I was like, I don't see a world in which these characters would ever stay in each other's lives, and I love the way that they figured it out, like, everything feels kind of
Mhm,
natural, like, it feels very natural, like, okay, I was friends with Jules, but we were on and off, and then I wasn't sober, so we haven't talked in that, long
mhm.
or at all, and then, I'm sleeping on this girl's couch, and then everyone gets brought together organically, like, at the wedding. The only thing is, the whole Instagram Maddie, Cassie meetup. I at first, I'm like, I don't think that she would even wanna respond to her, but then at the same time, since that's her line of work, I was like, "This shit ate." And then when they sat
Yeah.
down together and they were, talking and Maddie said that shit, she was like, I allowed her to, basically, like, apologize and think that, be together with Nate just to have an excuse to why she did what she did, and I thought that was so, like, clever.
I did too, and like you said, I feel like it's happening naturally. The only thing that's kind of blowing me a little bit is I want to see more of like, a rift between Cassie and Maddie. Like, I feel like it's happening too easy.
Well, I mean, we haven't really seen them together like
Yeah,
that. They had that one conversation, and then she closed the OnlyFans account, and then the only reason Maddie showed up to the wedding is to look how she looked, and, like, that was that. So we haven't really seen them
that's
interact
true.
as they needed to interact, and I think that that's something that we will explore in the future episodes.
And we're almost done. We're almost halfway through the season. That's the scary part about it as well, because it's like we just got Euphoria back. What do you mean we're on episode 4? Like, that is insane. So they need to pack all this stuff into these last 4 episodes that we have. And I don't know how they go. Well, 5 technically, right?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
5.
5.
Just had 3, but it's in a few days,
Yeah,
Sunday in a few days, so that's why they released that trailer the next day. You know what I loved, like, about the wedding? Like, of course, it was just such a ridiculous, crazy A24 style wedding, but when I say Cassie's mom acted her ass off,
I love it.
what she said walking her down the fucking aisle, and then her shaking ass to get low on the stage, that actress is chef's kiss because she also plays on the Ted Peacock TV series, and I love that TV series, and they fucking canceled it after 2 seasons, even though it was so funny and so good. She's so good on there, and then she's so good on here that I didn't even realize that that was Cassie's mom this whole time when I was watching Ted, and just also when she talked about how marriage is while Cassie is, like, hyperventilating down the
Yeah,
aisle, that scene was written, like, so good, and she just really acted her ass off.
perfectly. I thought she did a great job, and I also love that her and because I also wondered, I'm like, are Cassie and Letzi still cool? Because I wasn't too sure after that whole play, and, I mean, they are sisters, so I mean, I kind of expected them to figure it out, but I am happy to see the 3 of them still together and, like, in each other's lives, um, but I guess I do kinda want a friendship for Cassie and Maddie as well, like, I wanna see them work together, and I know that sounds crazy, but I want Cassie to really learn and grow. Like, I want there to be a growing moment for her. I want her to, like, give a fuck about more than just herself and actually see the bigger picture and understand what the fuck she did wrong. That's what I want, but I don't think that's gonna happen because this is Euphoria.
But it's okay to, like, put out there, like, what
Yeah.
you see, because I think that we just had that 1st season, yeah, the 1st season, it was just like it was Cassie and Maddie, like,
Mhm.
boom, it was them 2 locked in, and then in the 2nd season, it was also that they were friends, and then this was I think people are like, "Oh, well, why would Maddie still be mad about a high school betrayal?" And it's just like the whole thing with Summer House. This shit is not about
Yeah.
Nate or high school or anything. It's
It's
about
about a friendship.
friends. We were best friends, and then you do this shit behind my back, and it was so iconic when we were watching it.
It was, and we're gonna see how it unfolds, y'all. We're gonna see, and we'll
Oh,
talk
I
about
have
it.
I'm edit this part out. I have Money told me she's gonna be late, so I can record until 7:15
Okay.
to talk about The Boys. Okay, guys, so well, I wanna know your final, like well, no, not your final. I wanna know your mid-season predictions for how this show is going to end.
So mid-season predictions, I feel that Rue is going to get out of this situation somehow with the help of Fez because I'm holding on to like all the things that I've heard about this season. And seeing that he has all these connections, like Fez is gonna make connections anywhere. So I feel like that's going to help Rue out a lot. I think that Alamo will kill Lori.
He needs to.
Or maybe Lori will kill Alamo. At this point, I don't know because it's like they're both powerhouses. You just never know with the both of them. They both have like these minds. Um, I do know that I'm enjoying Marshawn Lynch, and I feel like he's going to. I don't think he's going to make it that long. I just have a feeling about that. As far as Nate, I do feel that his parents are going to step in and help him some kind of way with this money, and I don't see him and Cassie staying together. Um, I think Cassie's gonna enjoy the lifestyle that Maddie's gonna lead her into with the whole influencing and seeing the world and seeing like how all this stuff works and working at the strip club. I'm excited about that. And then we also see that Maddie meets Alamo, so I don't think that's gonna go well. I feel that all of them are probably gonna have to kill Alamo at some point. That's how he's gonna go down.
Fast. Did you like or peep the Casey Undercover reunion? That
I did. I love to see it. I thought that was good. And at first I was like, wait, like this feels familiar, but I didn't know what it was until I really stared at him for a long time. And I'm like, oh, this is Casey Undercover all over again.
it's like her dad.
It's her dad. And I'm excited to see how everything goes. I feel like Let's See is just gonna continue being Let's See, but a part of me feels like she's gonna get in the paint a little bit towards the end, especially by her sister. Um So
Ooh, I
I'm excited to
I
see.
forget that Lexi and Cassie are literally
I do too. Yeah.
siblings all the time. I was like, "Oh, is that her friend?" No, that's literally her sister because, she is in, like, the business, but it's just so confusing, like, why Maddie would even need to deal with Alamo if she or Cassie would need to strip if she starts stripping because it's like she's seen how much money these girls can make on OnlyFans. So like it's gonna be interesting to see how Alamo fits into
Yeah.
the whole concept. That's why I don't have any predictions because I don't know where this show is going. I didn't know where it was going. I had no predictions. I didn't even know how they were gonna pull it off. But I'm just enjoying it so much. I'm enjoying the fashion, I'm enjoying the storyline. I do think Hans Zimmer, like, you scored The Lion King and all these huge movies. I don't know if it's you're tripped up because you're on a show.
I think it was just that one scene that I wasn't really understanding. I will say the rest I feel like he's been doing, you know, decent,
He's
decent.
been doing okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been doing okay the 1st and 2nd episode, but I think this whole 3rd episode, other than the part with, the mom and stuff, I'm just like,
Coco Melon music.
yeah, like, what is going on?
But that's it, guys. Let us know what you think. How do you feel about the show?
Yeah, let us know and let us know, like, how you think it's gonna end. How do you think Rue is gonna get out of this? If she does, who's gonna make it? Would they kill her mid-season? Or, like, what?
No,
'Cause
no, Rue's gonna definitely make it to the end. Like they cannot do that. That's Zendaya at the end of the day.
they need every penny that they paid Zendaya. But yeah, let's get into The Boys. The Boys final season. I have been loving this final season. I've been liking this season more than last season because last season it was, even though this season is also too close for comfort to the real world, like especially
Yeah.
with the whole I am God thing and Trump posted himself as Jesus. It was so like crazy that this is happening. It's like, what do you know? And then the guy is like, I literally, like, the writers are like, "I literally was just writing this as satire. I hate that this is what's going on in real life." Um, but the whole series just do like a, yeah, they're more than I think they're more than halfway. This was episode 5 that we're on, I believe. So we're
Yeah.
on episode 5. The last episode, though, Annie went home and she checked up on her dad, who we heard about, but we didn't find out that whole story about Annie. What are you thinking about, like, Annie's storyline and how she's kinda, like, pulled away from Huey and how she's been moving and in general, like, we find out that they separated for, like, a year and they finally got out and she's not acting the same, but I don't know, it's like, when she went home, her father told her, "You can't be scared of getting the people that you love hurt because love is always something that you have to, be willing to risk it for." And she found out she has a brother and like that whole thing happened.
I thought it was really cool. And I'm happy that they're doing this because what I was like, why the fuck is she acting so weird? All these scenes with her and Huey together were just awkward. But I feel like we're getting the pieces of the puzzle. And I did like to hear the story that the dad told about how the mom, thought it was like God's mission or God's plan to make her soup. I thought that was really interesting. And it gave me more because at first I thought her dad was an asshole, and I'm like, "You just left your child."
Right.
But now I'm seeing that there was a reason behind it, you know? And I also like her stepmom or whatever you wanna call that. I like her stepmom. I like how she pretty much snitched on him and was like, "Well, he enjoys going to that park all the time, and he can't get the fuck off the roller coasters." So, I don't know what he told you, but that's what it is. And I also like to see her as a big sister.
Mm.
I feel like we kinda explored this before, but I realized we didn't. Maybe it was just in my head, but
Uh,
yeah, because I feel like she's just this big sister to a lot of the teammates. So maybe that's where I get that from, but yeah, it's really nice to see, and I like her. She's one of my favorites, I'd say.
mm. What do we think about, obviously, the Saw is Homelander?
Um, I love to hate him. That's what I'll say. I think he's such a good character, even as a villain, because you just never know his next move, as we've seen on the last few seconds of this newest episode. That was insane what he did, but he's just very interesting and he has so many layers. Even the relationship with his dad that looks younger than him, which is very weird sometimes, but I mean, I'm into this shit. The Boys is just so different. You just don't know how to feel, but I'm excited to find out what happens. Of course, they're gonna come up with some kind of plan, and this is not gonna work in Homelander's favor. I just feel that. Like, they're not gonna end the show with him becoming immortal and destroying the Earth, like,
Well, yeah, like, the problem is, though, at the rate that we're going, it seems that no one is gonna survive this, especially Soup. So, Kimiko, Starlight, Butcher, Ryan, all that shit. Like, what do
I
we think?
think Huey's actually gonna die.
Yeah, I could see that happening for sure.
Yeah.
Soldier Boy is probably after Homelander coming into one of my favorite characters because he is so funny and he just says like the weirdest shit and he's fine as hell. And the way that he hates Homelander is hilarious. And it's like you see that Homelander just literally wants his dad's attention. He just cannot stand his
Mhm.
ass like at all. Um what oh, I haven't been able to ask you this. When Kamiko started talking, like, could
I was so excited. I think that was the biggest plot twist of the season because I did not see that coming, and I'm here for it. I love it. I was like, about time because I wanted to hear. I'm like, what does she sound like? I knew it was coming, but I didn't know. I thought they would probably save it for like the last episode of the show, but I thought that was pretty cool. So we're getting to see all these new layers of her throughout the season and her relationship with Frenchie, which I love them together. I want that. Those are end goals for me. I want them to work out and eventually relocate, even though she's like, you know what? No, fuck that. I'm actually staying here and I'm fighting with everybody.
yeah, yeah, I really love Kimiko, and but I hate that it seems like they're what they want are so different. Like she wants a calm life because she's been through so much and he thrives in the chaos. And I want them to be together so bad, but I don't think that if they end up not dying, I just feel like it's not gonna be a love story like I want it to be. And I do feel like out of the 2 of them, Frenchie will probably die.
I agree.
Like, I feel like it's gonna be because he's just such a loved character too. What are we thinking about MM?
Hmm.
I hate that he's well, obviously in this last episode they go to try to find that V1 which will make Homelander pretty much immortal and we end up like everyone ends up turning on each other, but it's because of the area that they're in, basically. But I just hate that we see him slowly but surely. He's just given up hope and he's not the same as he was before, which no one will be the same as before. But I think it's just extra depressing to see because we've gotten to get to know him for so long, and he's
Yeah.
always was like, "I gotta get back to my wife and kids at the end of the fucking day," especially because he was just back with them not too long ago, and then now this happens, it's just like, "Fuck."
It's a lot. It's a lot, but I feel like he's going to actually impress us. I don't know why, but I feel like the characters like this, they do something that shifts the whole game towards the end of the show. And I think it's going to be one of those moments, but it does suck to kind of see him giving up hope, like you said, because I mean, everybody else seems to be in it. Everybody else seems to be hopeful. Um, Besides Butcher, I feel like Butcher is the only one who's kind of accepted his fate. He already knows most likely he's gonna die, and he's okay with that. I feel like he's come to terms with that.
And
Um,
because, like, a lot of people don't know that or it's hard to catch that his superpower is those things that are in him, but it caused all these like lesions or whatever. And like that's the reason that he's always been kind of an asshole, but that's the reason that he actually is an asshole. Like it's a part of his superpower.
yeah.
Uh, and like that really is crazy. What did you I never got to ask you about because it's our first time speaking about it in depth. What did you think of A Train's death? Especially how it was like a nod to like the X-Men and also just his story coming full circle. You know, when we first met A Train, he ran through Huey's girlfriend, and because he stopped and didn't run through a person, he ended up meeting his own demise. But the way that he died, he was laughing in Homelander's face that was just like, "Fuck you. Like, you're so small. You're so little. Like, I hate you."
I thought that was a good ending, but I didn't want to see A Train die. I'll be quite honest. Like I actually wanted him to like be a team player and come back and do some cool shit. But I mean I get they had to do things for the plot, but I didn't really like it. I mean, but if he had to go, I feel like this was the right way.
Yeah, I would wish that it would have happened later on in the season.
Right. So it's more impactful because I feel like it happening so early on. It's like, damn, this is the A Train. This is who we started with.
Right. And he died
So
in the first episode. But I guess that's, like, something that they need to set the tone of the season, like, this is not gonna work.
how do you feel about Irv being on the show
Or who is that?
from the game?
Oh my
Isn't that something?
realize. That's so wild. That's so funny. I feel great about it. I just feel like we just get so many familiar faces. Like,
Yeah, we got Seth Rogen. We got Daryl from The Office. Like this shit was crazy. This was I think the latest episode was like the craziest episode because I didn't expect to see so many people.
yeah, and you know that Seth Rogen, I think he's a part or he's friends or he has a production company with Evan Goldberg, who produces the show. So I knew that he was going to be in it again because he had a cameo before, but he was
Mhm.
playing himself before again, like a couple seasons ago. But it's so funny because I watch Invincible and he plays Alan the alien on Invincible. And Invincible literally just went off last week. And now to see him on this week, it was just like, yes, but then we see what happens and it's literally insane. But yeah, it was literally Seth Rogen, Kumail, um, from obviously like the Eternals and Craig Robinson and so many other people and Jared Padalecki from I think he's from Supernatural and it was just like a lot. Like it was so many celebrities, so many stars that we grew up with in one place. It was just literally chef's fucking kiss. And I did think I just don't know what's gonna happen with how are they gonna stop this man. But yeah, we'll check in at the end of the season with you, but I'll be covering this week to week with Leah from Positively Uncensored. I'm so glad that you can make it here with me to talk Euphoria because I know you've been wanting to talk Euphoria because
I have been dying to
oh.
talk about Euphoria.
So if you guys want Aaron to talk about Euphoria with you, this is the time to reach out because he has more to say. Trust and believe.
Always, especially after this next episode. The Boys has been so good. And I'm not gonna say I was shocked by it because I know it's always good, but I didn't think I would be as into it as I am. Like,
No, because you and Kendrick, especially the boys, you and Kendrick sat up here and you tried.
yeah, I was like, yeah, I don't know, I just don't care about it anymore. But then this season opened up so strong to where I'm like, it's not a bad show. It's not.
Well, thank you so much for talking with me, baby. We will be back when we be back. And thank you guys for watching, listening. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow us. Make sure you subscribe to the Patreon. Rate us 5 stars.
Yes.
All those good things. And I was on Gavin with Gibson. I was on Positively Uncensored.
You have
I
been
was
on the tour.
so bad. It was good with Ryan Bailey. I would be on The Mix with Monty. And Aaron was recently on The Mix with Monty. So check out all of those shows. And we'll be back before you know it. Love y'all. Bye.
Bye, y'all.